What's happening, YouTube? This is round 2 of the Luck-a-Rama tournament. In round 1, my opponents didn't show up, so I got a bye onto the round 2. My opponent was Spike Omega 28, who's a Grandmaster, and so the settings for this match were Capital Conquest, balanced blitz, progressive, manual setup, and I was fortunate to go first, so I decided to take North Africa because that allows you to get a border to South America, and that's really powerful. It also allows you to expand and take a lot of territory. Omega went for taking Australia, the capital on Siam, so that he guarantees himself Australia. And in his turn, he decided to invade me into my continents. So after that, I decided to take back everything that he had taken. But it's gonna be it's gonna be really difficult for him to keep this up, like keep invading me, because his army in Siam is blocked. Like every time he would like to use it, it will be blocked by India and China. So like each turn I'm getting 11 troops for holding Africa, while he's only getting 8 troops for holding Australia and his capital. So I can use that to keep recapturing territory and taking more territory than him, since I'm getting more troops than he is. And slowly over time I'm going to be able to hold all of these continents. At least that was my game plan going into this. As you can see, I just took back North America and South America right away. And each time he's getting less and less, so you can see he barely was able to take back both North America and South America. And this turn I can turn in a set and take it all back, but be able to actually capture Europe as well this turn. So it's going to be even more difficult for him. He does get a set of cards, but slowly his army is becoming smaller and smaller, and he's not able to take as much territory. Now I focus on trying to hold North America, South America, and Africa. So at this point I can turn in another set, and that should be enough to where it's going to be impossible for him to actually invade all of my continent, or like North America and South America this turn. He can invade North America, but he can't go all the way down. And at this point, it's going to be just a matter of time before I just keep holding all of these continents indefinitely, and then by that point, he won't be able to come back. And at this point, he sees the army in my capital. So that is a perfect defense of South America, my capital on North Africa. And now all I have to do is control these 3 territories, Ukraine, Middle East, and Kamchatka, in order to hold all 4 of those continents. And if I keep doing that over and over, eventually he won't be able to invade at them. Like, this is probably his final attempt to get back, because now I can turn in another set and recapture what he took. So at this point, he just completely stops invading me, because he sees that eventually his attempts are not going to work out for him. So he's just hoping that I'm going to unleash his big army so that he can try to blitz my capital and get a lucky dice roll. That's what his plan is at this point, because I'm holding all of these continents. So it's going to be really tough for him to recover. So he turns in a set of 20 at this point in the game. He places it down, And he has the ability to actually invade my continent, since there's an A team there, but he chooses not to invade me for some reason. So that shows that he's changed his plans on trying to invade me and just hoping for me to unleash his army and try to attack my capital if I do that. But now, as you can see, I'm holding all of these continents and getting at least 20 troops a turn. And pretty soon my borders are going to be bigger than the sets that he can turn in to try to invade me. Yeah, as you can see, he can invade me now. So I turn in my set because I have 100 troops, so I want to see what he actually has on his capital. And then I see that he has a 106 troop army there. So I was surprised. So I was thinking about, should I attack? It doesn't really make sense to attack because if you have the same amount of troops, it's gonna lose. You need at least 3 times as much to where it will be safe to do that. That's why I fortified back to my capital, because I didn't want him to be able to attack me, to attack my capital potentially. Then I fortify some troops to defend my border. He turns in a set, and he goes for the attack, 117 on 121. It shouldn't work, and it doesn't work, because if you have the same number of troops, it's not gonna work out for you, unless you get super lucky. So that was the end of that game, and it ended it with a bang. His final attack. So I got 1 point for winning since I won going first, and whoever gets 3 points wins the series essentially and goes on to the next round. This time we were doing zombies on the map, and we're fast forwarding to where we were deploying our troops on the World Conquest map. So I decided to put some troops that can access Australia and South America, as well as my other troops to access Europe and Africa. I didn't want to put it all in one area because I felt like it could be blocked in, and I wanted to split it up. So the zombies spawn in and capture some territory. And this game he's going first. So he decides to capture territory and actually take all of Africa and as well as South America. And he also takes out the zombie that in this turn while he's doing all of that. So I put down my 5 troops and just invade his continents, like all of his continents, as well as capture South America and Australia. I used a 1-on-1 dice over there so then I could attack some territory in. And over there he loses for trying to blitz through my army, but he is able to break through my continents. So I'm getting 7 at this point. I'm thinking, what should I do? I decided just to recapture the rest of Australia. He gets 7 troops and he captures some territory and invades Australia once again. This time I can go for both Africa and South America. Then I put my army out in the open in the Middle East. That way I can build up a really big force over here. But I decided to place some troops in Australia as well because I wanted to capture Australia and Africa. But I didn't have enough to take South America. That's why I decided to attack territory in Europe instead of that, and fortifying back to Africa. Now he's trying to go around to invade Australia from here. He has a 3-on-1, but it fails for him. And that was the game at that point. He does try manual rolling a 2-on-3. Ends up winning one of them. But it's really unlikely that he will be able to succeed on all of it. And he does end up losing the last one. And at this point, it's a good game, because I'm going to hold all of that and turn in my set of cards, and he won't be able to recover from that. So winning going first in the first round in Capitals, winning going second in the second match on Zombies means that I get 3 points, and that is enough to advance to the next round, round 3 of the Luck-a-Rama tournament. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.